Hey guys, Cool Blind, I'm back. I'm Rick.
I'm Maggie.
We're back with Haikyuu.
Ooh, and the start of qualifier matches.
Mm-hmm. Who are we fighting?
Everybody. Like, the scariest people I can imagine.
Yep. Hannah tried to go to the bathroom and instead was confronted by the land of giants.
Oh, it's amazing. I love the fact that kid has bathroom PTSD because he always meets huge players trying to go to the bathroom. Of course, maybe that means he hasn't, had to puke before a game in a while.
Well, him evacuating his stomach and his bowels makes him lighter so he can jump higher. So it's all part of the strategy, I think.
Oh my gosh.
First up is the party team.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a name I'm going to struggle to pronounce.
Well, let me see the...
You were supposed to hit the button.
How can you even read that? That looks like cuneiform.
It is... I got Johezenjl.
And on that... Aone spoke.
It's true.
No brows!
He did not sound like the Russian gangster I expected.
No. Oh.
I like how Hinata gets adopted by all these
really, big players. All these really awesome players.
like just a little puppy. Just jumps up and down,
I mean, his enthusiasm and will is infectious. I think he has just as much of a positive impact on other teams as he does on ours.
Well, yeah, it's easy to be inspired when you can see, this little guy doing it,
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have all the advantages. Surely I can do better. Just need to work harder. And they do, which is bad for us. Seem to be doing pretty well so far, though.
Mm-hmm. It's nice seeing Daichi getting some time in the sun, too.
Yep. Daichi. Suki got new glasses. Hasn't really got to use them yet, though.
Nope.
But Daichi...
He'll take a ball to the face, and he'll just, bounce off his amazing glasses.
Daichi just knowing that, well, they're going to mess up this first one, because they just got back into the game, and they're so excited. And he's, preparing for that in his head already. Mm-hmm. Able to just... Because he's like the safety net under the tightrope walkers.
Yeah.
And so he's able to allow them to do crazy things.
Because he fills in all the little gaps.
Yeah, that are so risky. But when things do go bad, he's there to
You need a tank.
A foundation.
Yes.
And
it's kind of neat, just seeing the other team going oh, man, we don't have a person like that. Maybe they're the captain basically being wow, it's maybe that's what I should be. Maybe that's why Simple and Strong is on our banner. Maybe it's important.
Yeah, they've it's really interesting how they were doing a bunch of 2v2s, so therefore it's all about you setting it up for the next person to make the kill. There's no multi stages, because it's just two people.
And if you see the ball, it's you automatically go for it to catch it, even if someone else might be close or something, because you're not relying on anybody else in your head.
Makes them very self-sufficient as players, but they can't take advantage of the teamwork.
A team, which is, I'm told, a large part of volleyball is the team. But considering how far they've gotten just on what they have.
Yeah, top 4.
I mean, we've seen it with other teams. Basically, as long as you keep fighting, it makes a huge impact on your game. As long as you don't give up and just kind of
I forget
sink to the side.
What the exact quote was, but it was something about the Americans fighting in World War II. And it was well, there's no way that we can determine their plan because they have no plan.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of what that team is. It's you can't predict what they're going to do because they don't know what they're going to do until they do it. They just kind of play by feel.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I think we got this one in the bag.
Yep. And I feel like party team's learning a lot. So hopefully they'll come back even better next year when they have they'll have transformed, and all these second years have like switched over to being like firm foundation third years, and then they've brought up all these party players. It's like, yes, our crop of crazies, basically.
Well, and it's interesting too to see them like evolve from their simple and strong, whereas we're trying to recapture our
Fly?
Is it just fly?
How could you forget it? Yes, it's just fly.
For some reason, I thought there was something else to it. Like, we're trying to recapture our old glory, whereas they're trying to evolve into something different than what they were before.
Well, they thought they were, but I don't know if they're just as committed to that evolving anymore.
Well, I think they can have, like, right now they're 100% in like one direction.
Yeah.
But they could still be like 80% in that direction, and then 20% have a little more stability. Mm-hmm. But like they're still taking a large divergence from.
I agree. Like
were.
Simplicity to me sounds like, oh, okay, we got like all of our foundations, like we're good at receives, like
the fundamentals.
The fundamentals are like 100%, and we basically win games just by outlasting kind of other teams with like hot moves.
Well, yeah, just like wearing them down because the other team feels like they can never get into a groove.
Yeah.
Because there's just always something new that they're having to deal with. And it was, you can't say they're not brave because they saw that synchronized attack.
Let's try it on match point. I was like, oh my gosh.
Like set point. They're like, let's do it. They got close.
I don't know. It seemed like it was pretty high above his hand, but it was pretty. It's pretty adorable. Well, puppy-like enthusiasm.
They seem to have the tempo of it down, like everyone moving in unison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fact that they got so close, like on the first try in a big game, it's like it speaks a lot to their confidence. Mm-hmm. And despite the fact that they all seem to act alone, they seem to still trust each other. They just don't ask each other for help. So, interesting.
And, like, they make some pretty boneheaded mistakes, like running into the net and,
oh, yeah. How did that happen? How did that happen? He's just like a fly in a web.
Oh, and Hinata's Spider-Man jump.
Oh, yes.
It's pretty great.
I can't wait for him to, like, just wall run. Because it's going to happen. It's like, oh, it's out.
Just waiting till he can figure out that he can run up the pole of the net.
Oh my gosh. Are you allowed to touch that?
I don't know.
Or maybe Tanaka will like just plant his foot and just like stand to the side or something, and then Hinata will just wall run up his leg and
they
body.
Both just sort of hunched it down into like a cheerleader's pyramid.
Yeah.
And he just jumps.
Is that legal?
I don't know.
Can you do that in volleyball?
I don't know. In football, you can like jump. I think you can like jump.
Because like I can definitely see someone standing by the net and giving like a little boost up, and then he has to just go fly, and then spiking it from like 14 foot high.
It'd probably be too slow in practice, but
well, yeah, but and you could probably. I don't know how you could block it, especially if the ball was up that high. It could stay up there for a while. It could just float.
Yeah.
So you could aim it really well. The ball's always got to come close to the ground, though, no matter what. So it could still be blocked.
Mm-hmm. Well, good times. Love the show. Can't wait to see the finale of this game. I think we got it in the bag, but I want to see how we get there. And how the other team grows as well.
Yes.
That's what's great about this show. Everybody grows.
Yes.
Except Hinata, who is always short. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Haikyuu. If you want to see the next one, you can right now over at patreon.com/blindwave. Full length is there as well. Also check out twitch.tv/blindwave, where we grow stronger as gamers all the time. Except for Sunday.